Welcome to Packed With Flavour, where we crack open a booster pack and check out all the flavour goodness that's inside. Today we have a pack from Zendikar Rising, and not just any pack, but the brand new addition to the ever-growing list of product options, the Set Booster. Zendikar Rising marks our third trip to the fan-favourite plane, and with a renewed focus on the D&D style adventuring themes, especially referenced in the set's new party mechanic, players have been keen to once again scale the Skyclaves and brave the Royal. The art director for the set was Kevin Smith. Let's get cracking. First up, we have a signature art card. Each Zendikar Rising set booster has a collectible art card, which were first introduced in Modern Horizons. This time around, land arts have been added as well as variant versions with the embossed signature. Both new aspects are seen here for Chris Rahn's Plains artwork. Full Art Swamp by Adam Paquette. Paquette is a rarity among Magic artists in that across his vast portfolio, their land art and spell art contributions seem evenly split. This swamp depicts the ruins of a skyclave and the geometric architecture of the ancient core race that make up so much of the visual style of this set. Scorch Rider, art by Andrei Kaczynski. One of the visual sub-themes in the set seems to be the denizens of Zendikar using unconventional transportation other than the plane's signature skyhooks and ropes. Kaczynski, for example, has his human warrior aggressively riding a lava elemental into battle. Blood Beckoning, art by Cristi Balanescu. Balanescu is often called upon to depict mages in the throes of magic, as can also be seen in this set with Angel Heart Protector, Farsight Adept, and Taunting Arbor Mage. Each wizard's magic is given a visceral quality relating to their school, with this vampire's blood magic clearly showing its intent in commanding his thrall minions. Field Research, art by Pindersky. A perfect example of the exploration, tomb raiding, and adventure themes that the set designers wanted to recapture from the original Zendikar set. Here we see a lore mage frantically trying to glean information from a book in a ruin filling with water. The flow of movement from both the book and the whirlpool is also a visual style found on many of Pindersky's cards. Into the Royal, art by Campbell White. A new art for this reprint, with White giving us a terrifying perspective of the power of the Royal. The flavour text alludes to the fact that many Zendikari felt the Eldrazi were what caused the Royal. However, it is in fact the plane's own defence mechanism against trauma, denoting that the plane is still, in many ways, very broken. Bubble Snare, art by Jacob Kasper. There are only 6 cards to date in Magic's history that have the word bubble in the title. Predictably, 3 of them are blue, 1 of them is white, and strangely, the other 2 are artifacts. Attended Healer, art by Wisnu Tan. A rare depiction of the more traditional domesticated animals that can be found on Zendikar. It seems, as evidenced by the cat's pack harness, that even the non-bestial animals of the plane are utilised by adventurers when exploring. Spitfire Lagak, showcase artwork by Dominic Mayer. Here we have our first example of the showcase style for this set, given to cards with the returning landfall mechanic. The art style for each showcase is inspired by the retro travel posters of the 50s and 60s, and the border is influenced by the shape of Zendikar's iconic hedrons, creating a striking style that is unique to the plane. Subtle Strike, art by Brian Valeza. An interesting include of a giant spider on this artwork. There are no spider creature cards in this set, and only 4 other spider cards in Zendikar's previous 5 sets. This could actually be seen as a flavour win, as the spiders of Zendikar seem to prefer, as shown in this card, to hide in the shadows, remaining mostly unseen. Blood Chief's Thirst, art by Jason Rainville. One of the many depictions of Drana, Zendikar's last Blood Chief. Like many of the vampire-specific cards in the set, the flavour text and art give us a sense of grey morality for the tribe. Now free of their Eldrazi oppressors, in no small part to the efforts of Drana and the allied vampires, they are able to fully embrace their nature and hold agency over their fate, even if this does mean openly feeding on the living to survive. Elidar Retreat, showcase artwork by Tyler Smith. A brand new artist to Magic in this set, Smith's art is a striking mix of fantasy and sci-fi realism and pop art colour palettes. Typically using only 2 to 3 key colours in his pieces, and then using different values of those colours to highlight and contrast, this leads to a bold, eye-catching work that still retains a sense of depth and detail. Prowling Elidar, showcase artwork by Tyler Smith. Our third showcase of the pack and second Elidar based artwork from Tyler Smith, displaying the same colours and style as the previous card. Elidars can be found on multiple planes throughout the multiverse, and are typically depicted as large, majestic cats with antlers or horns that sometimes display some magical properties. And last up we have Simian's Spirit Guide, art by Dave DeVry. Set boosters have a small chance of containing a card from The List, a large selection of cards from across Magic's history, printed with their original border and set symbol, often chosen for their relevance to the game's history. In the case of Simian's Spirit Guide, this red creature was for many years an all-star staple in the modern format. And that's the pack. I'm not sure what I expected from the set booster experience that I wouldn't have gotten from the draft boosters, but you can't argue with 3 showcases and an old bordered card, and I think I would buy them again if I was cracking a pack on a whim. Let me know in the comments below what your flavour pick from the pack would be, and if there was any flavour goodness that I missed. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and also make sure to check out our full-length podcast, Magic the Flavouring, where we discuss all things Magic flavour design and lore, found wherever you get your podcasts. Cheers for watching, and we'll see you next time.